All right, and we are back getting set up for this game number two. So, Token, what kind of adjustments do you think they're going to be making? Do you think there's going to be any sort of changes in bans there? It just seemed like a very snowbally sort of game as GMA kind of picked away at the advantage at the openings where they had them. Are they going to try to, or rather, are they going to get targeted down at all, or do you think MSP is just going to have to change the way they've been playing?
I think MSP has to change the way they play. I don't think the team comp they played against was that bad. They were actually quite smart in like getting a good team comp. The problem was not enough words, some bad or I would say questionable item choices, and the fact that a lot of their macro is based off of forcing stuff rather than just naturally going towards it. The 4 minute or no, sorry, it was the 6 minute dragon was not necessary at the time since Sig needs to focus on getting his levels up first, get to that 8 minute like power spike 6, and then fight the Sejuani because the Sejuani can't beat you level pre 6 or in this case at 6 anyway. Even with the ultimate, you just ulti her back once you see her ultimate go through, and then you heal for like who knows how much health because Warwick's health is or Warwick's lifesteal is insane.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a lot of potential on MSP's team. I agree with that. Just need to make sure that the execution works a little bit better. Got to get lucky. Either needs to be playing a champion that works with his tunnel vision style, or he needs to get off that tunnel vision, essentially.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Like that's where Set is so good. You can tunnel vision all you want, but Set's gonna still kill like two to three people.
So we'll see if they make any sorts of adjustments with that. But we're heading into the picks right now, so we'll see if they're going to take anything like that to heart. I mean, because like you said, it seems like I didn't see like there was any sort of problem on either team. There wasn't one particular player, one particular character that really lit up the scoreboard. So I don't know if we're going to see that many different things in the bans.
Like personally for me, it was never the fact that it was bad like OP team, like OP like champions that got through. They were mostly like I would say A tier champions. It was the fact that the execution was just one team was able to punish the other team's bad executions a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of saw that with GMA slowly picking away at the other turrets, and then MSP getting a little bit more desperate to take out, like to go at their team, instead of just okay, take a step back, slow it down. What's the next important objective that we need to take first, and then building towards that instead.
Yeah, I'm the one thing that I might think might see a ban out here for MSP is they might get rid of the Yorick. Um, I don't know what ban they drop for that, but I mean the Yorick did kind of get out of control once they let him get out of control.
I don't think the York was ever like the York out of control was also to the fact that the Nasus was also out of control. So both were like super strong. It just happened to be York was able to then finally pick up a half a level lead, then a full level lead after being down 2 levels as well. So the York ban wasn't really the thing. Ah, there's the Sejuani ban. There's our change of the day.
Yeah, we have a Sejuani over who they banned. Zac. Zac was their second ban last time. So instead, yeah.
It was Zaka as their second ban. I do like the Sejuani considering
Ooh, and
they
Senna.
the Sejuani was it's a very safe pick for mix. Senna really being banned.
Yeah, GMA doesn't want to lose at first pick, I guess.
But you banned Aphelios. I would imagine Aphelios first pick then, just because it's stupid OP.
Well, we'll see. I mean, Ace plays Aphelios so much, I would imagine that he feels comfortable playing against it.
Oh, at least I'm good at guessing. Alright, so Aphelios being picked means that the bot laner might have, or the support should probably pick something that is able to pick out Aphelios' very lack of movement. So maybe a Thresh, maybe a Blitzcrank here,
Leona?
even Morgana Lux, even Leona as well. But I don't like Leona because Leona has to snowball.
Mm-hmm.
It's my main concern about Leona. If you want to pick someone that's a safe and hard engage, just play Alistar, although you feel bad pre-6. You see the Mumu being picked up, similar style to how Mix likes to play it by the looks of it. Very much a easy to farm jungler early on, nice and tanky in the mid game, and good team fights in the late game.
Yeah, I do enjoy the Amumu. Big game, big play making character. Absolutely. And
I actually think they picked their support here. Oh no, picked the AD of Misfortune. So that's the other OP. Support, the main two AD, I think the S tier OP ADs have been Aphelios Misfortune.
okay.
Misfortune because of her stupidly strong early game with double tap, and Aphelios because it's Aphelios, guys. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, the thing with Aphelios, like other characters in other games with those many options, is once you figure out how to work those options, you just have this skill ceiling that is through the roof. We do have the Zac pickup, so we have two of the banned champions from last round getting picked up by MSP.
Yeah, Zac being banned by them and then them picking up Zac again. So interesting. The Zillion, ooh, I think is that Zillion mid?
Could be.
I hope that Zillion bot actually. Zillion bot is actually if they know how to play Zillion bot and they level the speed first, it is stupid. Like legitimately, it's stupid because you can never catch that Aphelios, and that Aphelios has so much tech that it just becomes impossible to kill the Aphelios after a while.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself, if they're going to find a support who can help out the Aphelios.
So we see the Morgana. That's going to probably be flexed mid or support. I don't know if Truffle plays it, so we'll find out. I'm assuming it's Misfortune Morgana bot because that is a stupid strong lane as well. Morgana Qs are Morgana Q. They hit like a truck, and you never know if you get hit them by them.
Alright, we do have the Shen ban again. Yep, there's the Yorick.
There's the Yorick. I think that's in response to Shen being banned from Gotta Get Lucky since he likes to play Shen as well. Yorick being banned because, well, if you don't, I don't think he wants to play Nasus this round. I think they're hoping that they ban Nasus here and leave the mid lane sort of open for Kadazzle.
A Nasus ban would just feel so out of nowhere, though. Gotta Get Lucky wasn't really a big threat on the Nasus, but they do ban him.
But they do ban it because the problem with the Nasus was that even though Gotta Get Lucky was a non-factor in the last game, he was a factor at like pre 10-15 minutes. He
Right.
was 2 levels up. He was having a lead, and then he sort of said, "Nah, I'm okay. Let me throw it." It was the nicest way to put like what sort of happened in the last game. So for them, it's sort of the safe ban for them because they don't. For Kadazzle, it was sort of the Silas was a little uninspiring.
A lot of top lane bans this game. Interesting.
So they'll pick up the Mordekaiser here.
Lot of durability coming out of this team this time. I like it.
Now, if Gotta Get Lucky is a true scumbag, he picks Soraka top. I kid you not.
I thought they fixed Soraka top, or has that not happened yet?
It's fixed, but it's still stupid strong.
Okay.
Because it's basically stating you don't smash Q all the time, so it's not like you're just dying to Soraka Qs all the time. But it's probably one of the safest picks into Mordekaiser because it's like, yeah, you can put me in the trap. I'm just going to press silence and walk away, like as soon as you do it. So so it is Zillion bot.
All right.
It's an Ari mid, and the question becomes like, what do you want to play top lane into that? The Mordekaiser has a couple bad matchups, but it's all skill wise.
Well, we'll see what they end up picking up here. Looks like it might be a Jax.
I'm hoping for a Darius actually.
Yep, Darius.
Maybe Darius.
Darius and Jax are both duelist type characters, so. But all right, they go with the Jax, so they're expecting.
Most likely for the late game team fight. Same thing with the Nasus. They're trying to go for that late game team comp. That same 1-3-1, by the way. Zac, you have Zac, Zillion, Aphelios, Ari on one side, Jax on the other side.
Well, we'll see if they're picking mid or support here.
And Kiana gets froze, so that's going to be Kiana mid, Morgana, Misfortune, Morgana bot. This will be interesting in the mid lane because the Kiana should be bullied out by Ari pre-6.
Okay.
Just because the Kiana has a really... I don't like Kiana mid as much as I like, say, Kiana jungle. Because the Kiana mid sort of just has to deal with the blunt of the force. But at the same time, he did play Silas last time, where he should have been bullying the Orianna early on and just didn't work out as much. So if Kadazzle is able to freeze the Kiana wave, then Kiana just is not going to have a fun time.
Yeah, I'm interested in how, like you said, the Zillion Aphelios team works out. We'll see if the Morgana is able to lock him down, or if they're going to be quick enough on the synergy to get Aphelios out of those situations. But obviously, we got another 3 minutes to look at this. So, do you think that we had in game one we had GMA? No, it wasn't GMA. That was no, that was that was no, that was Red Team. So that was MSP. MSP was trying something sneaky. Game one went and stole that blue buff. Do you think we're gonna see something like that again? Or do you think they're gonna play a little more standard in the beginning?
I think they're going to do the same thing again. For them, it was a team problem for their early mid to mid late that they lost their leads.
Mm-hmm.
Their early game seems to be pretty spot on. They know how to 5-man like cheese people. I will not be surprised if either say Prowler or Mix dies, because they did not ward at all on that line, which is the most interesting thing when you play a scrim. You sort of expect the other team to sort of 5-man. If you're going to play 5-man standard, you actually have to ward. Don't.
Mm-hmm.
Not warding is stupid greedy. So if I would not be surprised if we see first blood on either say Prowler or on Mix, because they did not ward properly.
Yeah, warding was definitely one of the weaker points of that first game from both teams. So we'll see if they're able to set that up better in this game. I'm not sure where do you think the jungle focus is going to be? Because I mean the jungle wasn't really that active. They more were kind of starting fights by running into each other. Do you think there's going to be like more of a ganking focus this time? Because I mean, Amumu can jump in pretty early.
If Sig plays this right, he just hard farms to 4, and then you just gank top lane. Like, that's all you have to do. The Aphelios Chaos, or in this case, the Aphelios Zillion bot never needs a gank bot, because it's going to play safe. For Mix, I honestly, what the most optimal thing is just farm to 6. Your lanes are going to be auto pushing a lot of the times, and if they're not auto pushing, you're sort of expecting to see the Zac gank in that lane. So I think for Mix, it's going to be I want to see a more emphasis on counter jungling, or in this case, counter ganking the Zac, and just not forcing anything, and just just supporting his lanes, to which they do have strong pre-6s, especially his bot lane.
Well, we do have a prediction from Slackosaurus in chat saying that GMA is going to win 2-0. We'll see if that's right or not. Because like you said, we did have MSP with a strong early game. So we'll see if they're able to carry that forward into a strong mid and late game as we head into game 2. Excited to see Oh, go ahead.
My prediction of this game is going to be whoever picks up the first dragon is probably going to win the game.
Okay.
Just because what you sort of saw, or in this case, whoever forces if they're not forcing the first dragon, you sort of saw with what MSP did, was that they were sort of forcing the first dragon, to which they did get it, but then end up losing that.
Well, we got them all warping in here.
Hey, here we go. I think whoever picks up that first dragon probably will be able to snowball the game.
Load was pretty quick there. Don't have too much of a read on the skins. Though it looks like it's the Blood Boon Zillion. Always enjoy that one.
Huh, so they're going to 5-point. I guess they are going to play it safe here, but
that's a big club on that Mordekaiser. Big old hammer. Oh, they're moving aggressively here. 5-man forward. Chaos does see it. Looks like they're just going to try to stand on this red buff.
No reason not to. The Zac can't really fight it out. Their level 1 is a lot better than MSP's team.
We've got Tilted Pig coming in here saying he likes MF and Amumu's team. So that is another vote for GMA. Prowler walking into something here is going to get a stun and a charm. Might have to flash, or is just going to take the level 1 death. Does pop the health potion, does flash. Or not the health
Actually,
potion. Yeah.
I actually think he would have gotten away if he just walked away from that. It just didn't flash.
I don't know, that his health was getting pretty low there.
You're just sort of trying to bait out the Kadazzo Ignite, though. Because if Kadazzo ignites and he loses a lot of prio in his lane. Oh, this is also interesting as well. They're also really helping out with this. Wow, they're really helping Sig with the invades on the top side here.
Oh, Fawn jumping in here a little bit. Ace taking a lot of chip damage. We do have Lynx there as well, who is level 2. Fawn falls back. Might have a gank here up in the top lane.
Now this is interesting. This I do like. Okay, this is actually good. You know Jax doesn't win very early against the Mordekaiser, so what do you guys do? Just swap it around, because the Quinoa can't actually beat Jax early on as well, because of the counter-strike.
Yeah, that is an interesting lane swap, that is for sure. Was expecting maybe Sig was going to try something a little sneaky on Prowler, but it looks like they're fine with Dazzle just being up there. Just for fun, I'm going to switch the roles in the scoreboard, just so everyone has their head in the right place. So we do have Gotta Get Lucky taking a little bit of poke damage here. We will see if this bot lane is able to play as safe as we were predicting it will.
Yeah, Mumu's just sort of bot side here. He's like, well, I know the Zac has to be top side. I highly doubt he's gonna run across and get my blue. So he gets the full clear side of
Gotta Get Lucky being
6.
very aggressive here as well. Truffle is having to play very safe.
I really hope Lucky remembers that Quinoa does have Ignite, or Tiana has Ignite here, so he doesn't over aggro by accident. Oh, bot lane's getting a ganked. This is probably going to be first blood, 100%. Oh,
good flash, trying to turn back on
good flash.
On the Zillion
Oh,
here.
but the Morgana missed the Q as well, so this might actually be a turnaround as well. As he gets attacked, he's going to be pushed back here.
The Ignite was blown, but...
Ignite was blown, but yeah, that's a wasted gank there.
Oh, but we got another gank up top here. Zac did end up dying, but as we all know, no Zac dies for long. And
that's a really good counter top side too. That was excellent. Yeah, bottom should have died there. I'm gonna say Fan and Chaotic should have probably got O2'd there, just because Amumu really had the best angle to come in. I think it was a little too premature to hit the Q immediately. You just walk up and then you force him to flash, because that way you can just turn because they were still split.
Yeah, Gotta Get Lucky almost ends up getting taken out in the mid lane as well. So now we've got, once again, MSP has a strong early game presence. And we're going to see if they're going to be able to keep that up or not. Prowler pushing Dazzle back hard a little bit here. Dazzle without much mana will probably end up going back soon.
I just want MSP to ward. You all have wards up. Please ward. Just like that. Just ward Tribush. Ward that Tribush. Ward that red side top, because then you always see a Mumu. You have a pink ward, so put the pink in the pixel brush, and then a Mumu never gets a clean gank. And then Mix is just sad for like 10 minutes because he can't do anything.
Well, Minx is currently beating up a giant frog in the jungle, so he doesn't have much to be sad about. Truffle and Lucky both keeping up with the CS game here. Uh-oh, MF in a little bit of trouble here. Does have a little bit of support there, but there is a Zac in a prime position if they wanted to try anything, but they don't engage
Zac
heavily.
lurking about over there. Zac should just go back to farming. I don't expect the MF to hard push here. You guys should, they should know that the Zac's
Zac.
Oh,
Great Beard of Owen disconnected.
Okay, a pause.
No, reconnected.
Oh, okay, reconnected.
All right, quick reconnect. Really bad time for it, but Ace does manage to get away.
Ironically, that disconnect actually does not bait them forward, because Ace has to back up there, which was actually the best decision, because I think they would have won forward for that. Oh, and Zillion might die here. Zillion, MF is walking in though. Ace, you could just walk away, man. You don't have to keep walking forward.
Yeah, Ace does end up walking away here, trying to see which of us.
Oh, he baits the heal though. That's really good by Fan.
think you're
So
my...
one thing I do, yeah, I'm a dual partner with Fan sometimes. So what I'd like to usually do is, I always ask my ADs to always just walk forward, even if you don't think you're gonna get the kill. Walk forward anyway, because you always bait stuff like that, where you will walk forward and he's like, oh well, I'm not actually hitting you. I'm just wanting to get the wave in a more optimal position here.
Yeah.
And you can sort of see that work on Ace because he's had to press heal there. Because if he doesn't, he just dies.
Yeah, good prison there. You might be a few seconds behind me, just as an FYI.
Oh yeah, I'm a little bit. Let me get in front.
Alright, Great Brave Odin is going to blow up on Ace there, so that's not great. We do have, once again, a failed gank attempt here by Mix, though he is getting a lot of damage.
Mix is gonna get
that.
it. Yeah. Nope.
Zach does also come in to help, and now we've got 4
Mix
bots.
missed his bandage toss, did he?
Yeah,
did he miss his bandage toss?
bandage toss again.
Uh...
It's just a bad angle. When I was playing Shen, and obviously it's shorter range than bandage toss, there would always be like that one angle I could never land a taunt on.
Fighting the top lane, there's a tower dive, but this is going to probably be a trade here.
Looks like a trade. Yep.
He also got ultimate ultied, but the ultimate position by Prowler was a little less than optimal. Oh, and Lucky dies as well.
Yep. Yeah, action all over the place here. Getting very hard for us poor casters to follow here.
Again, MSP, I need to ask the question: where are your wards?
Well, he can't hear you. I can hear you.
When they watch this replay, where are your wards, guys? It's not you all pick up pinks. It's great, but you should be warding like consistently, because if the Amumu only is good if you let him get those side ganks off. To which the answer should really be because you have two of the most mobile, you have 2 mobile champions, or in this case, especially with Jack's mid lane, you really shouldn't be getting surprised by that at all.
Speaking of getting surprised, Minx manages to throw down a ward and sees the Zac collapsing on him, so manages to get out of there. For the most part, hopefully.
Minx might go for the steal here. Actually, is he going to go for the steal?
He may not know. Okay, now he probably sees the Ahri there. I don't know if the steal's good. We do have the Mordekaiser coming in here. Oh, Mordekaiser steals it, actually. Let's see where this goes from here. We do have Zac coming back in. Does manage to grab Minx. Minx flashes.
Ooh, Minx flashes. I don't like that flash.
Yeah, that seems unnecessary.
Yeah, Sig is also really far behind. This is where Sig, I think, prioritizes ganking a little bit too much, and he just should be just chilling with farming as hard as he can right now.
He actually isn't that far behind in terms of gold. It's just the experience he's having issues with.
Yeah, but the experience really matters in this game because even though they slightly buffed jungle buffs again, it still really does suck. Especially when he's like, what, 3 camps behind now? And you can sort of see what GMA is doing, which is really trying to deep ward against Zac, which is the whole point. And I think MSP should be doing the exact same thing now, considering their lanes are not doing as bad as they could. Kadazzle is sort of bleeding from the ears here because, unfortunately, you have to play into a Mordekaiser as Ahri, so that sucks. But it's not as bad as it should be.
Yep, Ace once again a little low. Sig spending a lot of time waiting for Trufflesaurus to go too far.
You got a gank in the top lane, the gank goes through, you get hit by the ulti. Here comes the Prowler ultimate, and he missed the cube.
The cube, and gets
charmed.
charmed.
He gets hit by the charm. He's gonna die here, actually.
And Minx hits a minion instead of... Damn. Who knew towers existed in the Shadow Realm? But we do have a kill here on the Pharaohs, who may get caught up. Does pop, appeared to be his ultimate. Ace in a little bit of trouble here, may end up going down. Truffle does manage to help lock it down, and Ace actually survives. Oh, but now we got to return around here. Sigtao Lord has it. Got to get lucky. Might get the stun off here. Does manage to do it. Are we going to get some good little hits there? Interesting dive bag in. I think the only reason he lived there was because Truffle didn't hesitate a little bit there. Wow.
So Aphelios almost got away with his chakram heal. Unfortunate for Prowler to die in that top lane gank. Minions are heroes, and towers in the Shadow Realm. Now they know. The bot lane also was a little interesting as well. That should have gone a lot more cleaner for GMA, but it just unfortunately didn't pan out that way.
Sig trying to solo Dragon. I don't know if this is going to work out for him.
I think he's going to get it just because there are no wards on the Dragon, ironically, here.
I just mean his health. It doesn't appear to be doing that great.
I think he should be able to heal all the way back up. I think he has Smite. Oh, he doesn't have Smite.
Smite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he has to get out.
Okay.
So once again, kind of a waste of time there on Sig's part, and he is totally being spotted here by this red ward. I don't think there's anyone in position to punish that, though. Where's my Karth
No,
Assault?
but where's my Karth Assault? Jax is gonna get punished here though.
Yep, Jax gets caught out a little bit here. Does not have flash available. Might be able to walk this out though, thanks to Dazzle's appearance.
Dazzle really helps out. Also gets a really really good charm there to stop Truffle from actually getting the kill.
Seems like there's pings possibly suggesting that Zac is down there, but Zac is not down there anymore. Zac has gone home. And some ward play here. Ace aggroing the dragon. Probably not the best idea, though he does have help coming. Minx still has the Rift aura, so that'll help out a little bit, and they'll probably push right after this, I imagine. Zilean continuing to push forward. We do have a flash attempt here. Good stun. Truffle is going to dive. Manages to get out of turret range here. And now we're at an even game here with GMA reclaiming that mid game like they did last time.
And GMA also getting that dragon as well. Hotly contested by the Zilean bombs, but Zilean just doesn't have enough damage just as of yet to really chunk out a Moo, who's really low.
Alright, Riftail a little out of position here. Oh,
there's
Zac.
a Let's Bounce.
Caught on the wall.
Caught on the wall there.
Should get out though.
Mix shouldn't go for this? Okay.
Yeah. Got an aggressive push here by Ace in the bottom as well.
Soda sees the jungle in the mid, so you're not really going to ever get punished there. Sig is really behind again. I think he's going to be about 2 levels down. So...
Yeah,
G's almost 7 actually, but he's been soaking up lane experience, which should really be going towards his laners at the moment.
Yep. Oh, we got another fight between Dazzle and Prowler here. Shadow Realm fight. Dazzle running circles around Prowler. This is part of that problem.
Break his ankles? Does he break his ankles here? Oh, nope. He just gets away from the ultimate. But
nice
Dazzle, Dazzle getting hit by the pole, but almost hitting the charm. Which I don't know if that would have been a good thing or not, because I would think that would have baited him into his death there, actually.
And what happened up there, dear viewers, is why I've hated Ahri since the day she came out. Just dance around good, decent champions who have to, line up shots.
So this is the one main strong point about MSP's team, to which might ruin my prediction about who gets the dragon first will win the game, is Aphelios is still stupid strong here. Like, Aphelios is 20 CS up on Ace. Even though he's died, he still has a really good CS lead. And he's also poised to almost pick up his first item here.
I feel like Aphelios might be let down by the fact that the jungle is not doing... The jungle and the mid lane both just aren't doing the best in the world. This mid lane from GMA is 3-0. And as you've said before, there's a big... I mean, Sig has caught up on levels since our last conversation because he managed to get himself another kill.
Yep. The thing, though, is that this is supplemented by the Zilean ultimate. So, yeah, you can be 3-0, but the Zileans is going to ulti the Aphelios, which really begs the question, who does Truffle actually attack first when a team fight comes in? Because if you all in the Zilean, the Aphelios kills you. You all in the Aphelios, the Zilean gets you. With his ultimate.
Oh, here comes the gank on the top. Once again, Prowler trying to get in on that Ahri. Not sure I like that flash. He was pretty much guaranteed dead.
Yeah. This is also where Sig should start giving up kills here. He actually should have just told Dazzle, walk forward and just hit him a bunch of times with auto attacks. Yeah, 3 kills on Zac is good. Not great though. Considering he's not snowballing his lead forward even more than he should.
Yeah, getting that Ahri fed is definitely a good idea here. I was thinking...
Here comes another gank by Mix, by the way. He looks. This angle is a little weird though because it will ask for a tower dive.
Yeah. Yeah, not quite enough. The control wards are giving them that vision that you've been talking about.
Ace healing there. Interesting. I think he healed because he thought he was going to die there. Yeah, he also had the shield up as well, which is interesting. Mix should just leave. Don't force your bot lane into a bad position, because what he's asking for them to do is try to tower dive here, or force a tower dive. And he really shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, kind of a wasted ult there. Might have done it after a binding was landed. Oh, we got Truffle getting chased here as well. Does manage to dodge around Dazzle, dodge around Sig. Great.
Oh, look at those blue suede shoes, and he's out of here.
Great job there.
No, don't do it, don't do it. Gave me a heart attack there.
If we can have half a second break in the action here. I was going to say, when it comes to the Zilean question, they do have ways to theoretically lock the Zilean out. You could have Prowler send Zillion to the Shadow Realm. You could have Jack stun the Zillion at a key moment. So, I mean, they do theoretically have ways to make sure that that Zillion is not able to save his ADC.
Which is also why I don't like, or in this case, the Kiana and Mordekaiser are interesting, because if you ulti Zillion as Mordekaiser, yeah, it's pretty decent. But it's also wasting it on on a more higher priority target, especially since this Jax is going to get online at some point. Wait, why are you stepping forward, Kadazo? You have a pink ward in that bush.
Probably not looking at the screen here.
Okay.
Is sent to the Shadow Realm. Don't really know if I agree with that, but Dazzle does get taken out.
Okay. Yeah, Dazzle uses a dashes or a little too early. I disagree actually doing that, because Dazzle could actually blue switch shoot himself out of that.
Truffle might be in trouble
gives him
here.
a better
Does manage to hop over the wall. Have a teleport
There's a
coming
TP.
in here.
Yeah, well, it's Infernal, so this is highly contested. This should be a highly contested dragon here. Ooh, that's a flub.
Oh, got a little bit of trouble
Going.
Jax
Yeah,
does
there
a
we go.
big stun. We'll see if Fine can close anything out there. Is not able to.
There are no ultis from both the Kiana and the Mordekaiser. Ooh, I would have actually liked the Aphelios to just literally walk forward and just slightly hit them with it. The MF is sort of out of the picture here, because if the MF walks forward, she died. But they're just going to concede the dragon here, so...
So that's going to be 2 dragons for GMA. We did have a jungler scuffle in the top lane here, but it's still a wet noodle fight.
Okay, so this is Mountain Drake, so this is actually super useful for GMA's team. Not so useful for the other team, in this case for MSP. I really would have liked to see MSP fight a little bit more for that dragon there. I'm a little surprised that Zach was topside the entire time. I don't like this Rift Herald prioritization, because you're not getting any plates. The only reason why you actually prioritize Rift Herald is because you want to crack a tower that has, say, 3 plates left, so that way you get all 3 plates plus first turret gold.
Well, it does look like they're going to be able to get it. No one really seems to care about contesting this. We have Morgana alone here in the bot lane at his turret, but there is a wraparound here coming from the Amumu.
It's mostly spotted though, so it's not. I don't think it's going to turn anything out.
Sure, mostly just a presence situation.
Well, GMA is just happy just to keep farming up now. They're happy to give up the Rift Herald because it's meh. It's not that great. It's going to crack a turret. Cool. They already lost the turret, so they don't have to feel... Actually, they haven't lost the turret yet, but the question really becomes where they want to place the Herald and how hard they want to push the Herald. Because if Herald takes 2 turrets, that's good value. If the Herald only takes 1 turret and an outer turret... Oh, here comes again.
Bot lane's in a little bit of trouble there, but they managed to get out. I'm not really sure where they'd be able to push here. Oh, we do have Truffle continuing to do some dancing moves here. He's kind of in a 3v1 situation here. His team can't really get over there to him, so they're going to rush in hard here. Truffle's getting ready for a fight. They back off.
Yeah, I don't think they want to fight that. Zillion still has ultimate. They'll concede the turret there.
All right,
Jax is probably going to move forward.
So first turret goes to GMA. Jax might get this turret. He's not quite getting the knocks, though. It's close. Ooh, Fawn does get grabbed there, though. Ace probably wishes he was in a better position. There could be an ult here if he's got it up.
Yeah, but he just gets ultied there, so it's like, okay, you just wasted your ult, you wasted your ignite, you wasted your stuff, and now you overextended to die.
Oh, they're gonna get the... Oh, almost get the Zillion.
Oh.
Zillion gets away with 15 hit points. Oh, and the Amumu unfortunately misses as well. Good dodge there by Great Beard of Odin. Jax manages to get himself killed without taking the turret out, which is more of that tunnel visioning I've heard so much about. We do have a Shadow Realm fight up here in the top lane. Dazzle wasn't quite able to get away, but was able to flash over the wall. Truffle is here as well. Good dodge around there, and should get away.
Yeah.
I think Sig's going to end up having to drop the Void Shard here in a second.
He's got about 60 more seconds left on it, so there's really no rush. I don't want to see him put it down. Don't put it down. Just take this turret and just back up here.
Nope. Puts it down and runs away.
Yeah, puts it down, runs away. He actually could get stopped here by Quinoa. Quinoa just walks into the Dragon Rift Herald here.
Does manage to get it anyway.
Yeah, manages to get it. big loss of value there. He did have 60 seconds left. Take your time with that. You don't have to put it down immediately. There's no reason to do so. There's no real objective to fight for here. They're never going to force a 20-minute Baron, so there's really no reason to
Ooh, big
so,
jump in there by Sig. Ace might be in a lot of trouble here. Does manage to just barely get away, and there's a reverse on that. They managed to get lucky out. Big bullet storm. That's a 2 for nothing.
Yeah, Lucky didn't get his stun off in time. He was trying to get I think he was trying to go for the maximum values. Ends up dying, so he doesn't get that 3-man stun. That would have been a very nutty 3-man stun for the Aphelios, who just walks in and cleans up from there on.
Good hit of some damage there on Ace. Oh.
Thing with the Aphelios though is he's still super strong here, so they're gonna probably underestimate the Aphelios and then probably give him 3 kills at some point. Because you can sort of see they're not respecting this Aphelios at all. So they're gonna probably go into a fight going, Aphelios can't do any damage, and then watch them just get bursted down from 100 to 0.
It was pretty funny watching them all kind of stand there and Aphelios throw his little turret gun out, and it took him a second to realize what was happening.
Yeah.
Wait, they can do
And
damage.
funny enough, that Aphelios turret did at least like 3 bars.
Oh, Prowler a little out of position here.
Ooh.
Great Fury of Odin gets bursted
Ooh.
down. We're seeing the damage coming out of the team now. Prowler's Shadow Realm's on
Shadow
fire.
Realm's this guy, but Aphelios is like, you know what? I have more guns than you do, man. So my gun beats your mace.
Oh, good flash there by Lynx. I don't hate that flash. That was a good one to get away there. Gonna try to get back. Not sure if he's gonna be able to do it. There's a lot of pressure coming at him. Fan might be able to force down this turret. They're putting a lot of damage out on it.
Yeah, they're gonna get this tier 2 turret. What's the best decision here is go tier 2 turret into Dragon here. Don't push this in, because why would you? Just go straight to Dragon. You have the priority of it. The Quinoa, Kiana is probably not gonna have a really easy good time fighting because there's so many walls here, so you just have to play around that. Your Zillion still has ultimate here as well, which is the most scary part of this fight. So if the Kiana overextends and tries to go for this Aphelios, which possibly might happen, you just end up just ulting the Aphelios and then he just dies.
Going a little far forward here, but they might be able to get... Oh, we got the resurrection off on the Ahri. That's a good news for them. That means that the Aphelios will die once.
Oh, she got the Quinoa with the Kiana. Sorry, I keep saying calling her Quinoa. The Kiana with that long range Q there. Good old sniper right there.
Did manage to take out the Ahri, which is not necessarily the biggest threat, but a good threat nonetheless. 75 wards are thrown down behind Dragon. Sig jumps into the pit, and that's the end of that.
Okay, so there's a cheeky way of what he was trying to do, which was trying to leap across. You can do that. As Zac, he just released it a little too early.
Yeah, drive by steal.
Drive by smiting. But here's now the problem with GMA's team. So how are you going to deal with that Jax now? Yeah, sure, Jax is 0 and 4, but he's got a Triforce, and he's going to probably kill any one of you in a 1v1.
Yeah,
and he's allowed to be split pushing topside the entire time, which is what you sort of saw. He took 2 turrets by himself. He's 0 and 4 with Triforce alone, so this is sort of now becoming the question of GMA has to end the game in the next, I would say, 10 minutes, or they're just going to outright lose.
Yeah, almost all of their gold is on Mordekaiser as well.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser and I mean, obviously Kiana and Ace have the gold as well, but we got a 2,000-ish gold advantage on the Mordekaiser, and the Mordekaiser really can't 1v1 here. He is going to come up here to try to help out with the Dazzle. Shadow Realm time takes it out. But
Gets rid of that Ahri right there.
yeah, alright. Might get the Zac here as well. I don't know if his passive is up. His passive is not up. So the same
So at this point, GMA should just go Baron. Just do Baron right here.
The usual suspects keep dying. This is another time where they have a fight and we lose the Zac and the Ahri.
So this is at the point where the GMA should just go, we're just gonna Baron, you don't stop us, cool. You do stop us, we're okay with this as well, because you're just not gonna, we're not losing anything.
Truffle is diving, I don't know about that.
Truffle
Big
comes
hit
right on
there.
in.
They get the ult on the Zillion, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to clean it up. Even if Mix had hit that, I don't think that's something they wanted.
No, that would have forced the, that would have been too forced by Mix. I think Mix actually missing was a better thing. Truffle was trying to or in this case, one-shot 2 people at once. Almost worked. Unfortunately, hi, my name is Zillion, is in this game.
Interesting pull there, gets into a charm. Yeah, you don't really necessarily want the Ahri close to you. Might be a flash, yep. Alright. Flashes to get away.
So this is where I will tell GMA. So why did you guys just not do Baron there? You guys had a clear lead. You had both Cadazzle and Sig dead. And the only real person that threatens your steal is Aphelios, but that's really if Mix misses Smite here. Oh, and we have more of a fight coming in. We have the usual suspect of Jax going, oh hey, my 0-4 power spike has now just been hit, and I can now 1v1 people.
Yeah, missed that in the bot lane, but we did have almost a fight up here in the mid lane as well.
Did pick this. Gold is dead even, but if GMA gets that soul, it's going to be tough to lose. I actually fully disagree with that. At this moment, yes, so is good. Only good if you have Elder. The problem at the moment that they're having is they don't have a very clean way of dealing with Jax. You have to send at least 2 people to kill Jax. You just saw the Quinoa, who was 4-1, die to a 0-4 Jax as well. So you don't really have a clean way of dealing with their split pusher here.
We have Mix thinking that they're going to try to collapse on the Jax. Looks like they are thinking about it again.
So this is really smart by Lucky here. Lucky's sort of going... Lucky's sort of just wagging his tail going, hi guys, please chase me, while the other team is going for the Baron. Oh, Prowler, why did you ulti?
Yeah, Prowler not really understanding that you... It looks like they think that he can
He's gonna actually get away too. He's gonna get away as...
No, I think he's got him.
He's just like, what is this?
I think he's got him. I think he's got him. Yep.
Yeah, he's got him.
And the Baron wasn't taken either because of some good play by Ace there.
But good play by both Ace and Truffle to go. We might as well. We have to use ultis here to zone them out. In this case, Lucky, you should have just all in there. You probably would have actually killed Prowler there just by caveat alone of being a Jax. Not doing anything, just didn't really waste anyone's time because you didn't even force the jungle and was it jungle and support? Yeah, jungle and support this.
Looks like Prowler might be able to get this tier 2 turret. He's dealing a ton of damage with that weird little hammer jab. And tower. Alright, now you get out of there. Oh, just half shot on the Aphelios right away. We do have the Zac here, but this Mordekaiser's actually getting pretty scary. There is finally some damage going on here. Shadow Realm might be a good idea if it's up. It is not up. Can he just kind of walk away? No, the charm's there as well.
Yeah,
so,
he's just gonna die.
Oh, does get the Aphelios though.
Get the Aphelios. I don't think Chaos was expecting that, so he never ulted the Aphelios there, so this now becomes the problem of you have lost your major damage dealer, but Jax is still up, so Jax could do this, but they're going to probably sneak Baron here. They're not going to probably take that. They're just sort of conceding that. Unfortunately, I dislike that choice. I would have just hard fought for this.
Looks
but
like
I also understand why they want to take this dragon instead. Mostly because they're like, well, we've been beating them in the 1-3-1s. The pushes have not been that great by them. We rather have them not take Elder here, so we might as well take this dragon as fast as you can. Although, okay, he almost died there, but
Ari misses all the skill shots. They do manage to do that. Zac jumps an interesting direction there. Oh,
that baits Truffle in. Truffle's gonna actually die here.
Good job by that.
Oh, that was bad. Why did you ignite, man? Your bomb's gonna kill him.
Yeah, good turnaround by that Jackson. Now Mix is in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, Mix is gonna.
They have the teleport from the Mordekaiser, and we do have support coming in from here as well. Oh, the Mordekaiser from behind is gonna get a lot done here. Sig manages to flash out. Dazzle's in trouble as well. Does get the Amumu at the end.
Gets the trade there as well. I have a feeling Prowler's going to try to all in here. He's going to be like, hey man, let me try fighting you again. Fon wanted to get that kill on Mordecai, on Morgana there. He really wanted that kill.
Yeah, but now suddenly we have, I'm not going to say a whole different game, but there's definitely a feeling of a momentum switch here. Ace doing a big push in the mid lane.
This game's been really swingy. For MSP. They've been given chances to come back in the game and just not been able to do anything with. They sort of made a little bit of subpar choices where they've gone for objectives when they or some choices where it's like, you could have went with the other one. Same thing with GMA, where GMA could have closed this game out a lot faster by going for that 24-minute Baron there after killing both Cadazzle and Sig. So you're sort of seeing what happens when the two teams sort of misplay one thing. The Jax is now sort of online as it is, so the Jax is sort of now having to be dealt with properly. And you're gonna see that. Oh, we're gonna have Prowler here. Oh, goodbye, Odin.
Yeah, Great Beard Odin caught out there in the jungle trying to throw down a couple of wards. I've been noticing that there just seems to be a lot of characters just kind of being not where they're supposed to be. Like if the Jax was involved in more of these fights, it'd be going a lot better
It's a
for.
lot of mixed calls by both teams. You can sort of see that there's a little bit of split call with both teams. One team, like you have GMA who wants to push a turret, but then half the other team's like, "Well, but we can team fight here." So you have like one, like the Mordekaiser in the bot lane, while the other three guys are like, "Let's tower dive the Ahri in the top lane," for example, right?
Mhm.
Which I think that's what they want to do here, because Mix is sort of setting himself up for this gank.
Hopefully, Mix lands the bandage
But
here.
Kiana's nowhere near though, so don't force it. Don't force it. Just walk away.
Nope.
Ooh, but he misses the
Yeah,
E,
couple of
so
missed
he's
skill
gonna
shot.
get punished there.
Trading missed skill shots, so it's all fair.
Yeah, all fair in Love and War when we have to miss skill shots together.
All right, so we got a push here up in the top lane while Mordekaiser is trying to split push. If the Jax sticks around, we'll see if... Nope, Jax is going to try to help.
Oh, there's a force by Sig here, but
Yeah.
no one's coming in to help him out with this just yet. But oh, how did you get behind the Zac? Did you try to all in?
Yeah,
I think
he was trying to tower dive, but then Sig interrupted his health. Good ult there, did save the Ahri from death. Greatbeard of Odin sort of playing a bit of a spoiler here. We do have possibly the Jax versus Prowler here. We'll try to keep an eye on that as well as the push comes out from MSP. They're trying to make a statement here. They're trying to show that they're still in the game. Dazzle gets picked up pretty much right away. Fawn in a lot of trouble as well. Jax versus Prowler is just getting...
It's just a wet noodle fight right now,
Yeah.
to be honest, because Lucky's playing this as good as he can by just trying to stall out the Mordekaiser push. Mordekaiser doesn't really want to press ulti here, actually, because it's sort of like, well, what do you really do when you press ulti? So I think he's just trying to just hold the Jax here. MSP... I actually don't know how Ahri got... Did Ahri get caught there by a Q?
Ahri was just a little too far forward and got burst down.
Yeah, this is where it's sort of like positioning now plays key in this game. I would like to see a little bit more defensive wards by MSP here. You still have a chance of winning. The problem that you're seeing that GMA is having is GMA doesn't have a really good way of like cracking your base open unless you give the chance to them. At this point, you have to fight for this dragon here, so you cannot just give this up.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. The dragon will be arriving momentarily. We do have GMA setting up for it. And Mordekaiser does not have teleport available, but they went back at such a time that they'll be able to get back here before everything is all set. And we do see that MSP knows the dragon is coming and a key moment.
Ooh,
'cause they're setting up
Ace,
as
why
well.
did you back? That's actually a really bad back time. If Ace is actually with this team, this fight actually would have been game ending right here. Now they sort of spot them out.
Ooh.
Ace, oh
Alias
no,
gets
Fan
caught
is
though.
dead.
And, all right, that's gonna probably be the game then. Fan too far
Oh
forward.
no, Dazzle saves it by killing Odin here. Oh, they're really tunneling. Why are you guys tunneling? Just take the dragon here.
Yeah, there's a lot of tunneling here going on. The Ahri does get away. Got to get lucky. Was caught into the Shadow Realm. Gets away over their jump as well, but is now going to get trapped by Truffle. So that's 3 of MSP's damage dealers all gone. No resurrections in sight. Now Truffle's coming to clean up on the supporting cast.
So this is where that fight actually helps MSP here. MSP sort of delaying that fight for as long as they can actually helps them out. Baron's also going to be coming up, so it's GMA is obviously going to focus on that rather than focusing on getting their lane shoved in instead. So they're going to probably set this up and then go for right on that. They probably will be able to take the Baron as well here, unfortunately, because the setup timers are still long. Gotta Get Lucky died so late in that fight that it just happens to be a really good timing.
I mean, you can say that it helped because it prevented them from getting shoved in, but at the same time, we're going to be going up against a close to 7k gold lead Baron and Earth Dragon shielded team. I don't know how well MSP is feeling right now.
MSP really's got to work on that warding placement. I think that's the biggest issue you're seeing right now is their early game is actually quite clean. I'll say that. Their mid game, the whole problem is that their early game can't translate to a mid and late game because you don't have wards to set up for certain plays. They're doing plays as if they have the wards, but they don't. So a lot of the times you're seeing them go like all in on these plays where it's like, but you see them on the ward and then they just don't pay attention to that, or they're going in where they don't have wards and then they end up like 1v or going into a 1v3 situation because they're like, oh gosh, why is he here randomly?
Nope. Great Beard of only getting chased, but manages to blast Cone over. So I think we might be seeing the final push here. There's a lot of momentum on GMA's side. The whole team of MSP is kind of split up. We got the Zach thinking of jumping in here, but he's a little 14. He's not going to do that much. Yeah, just kind of like a collapsing net of GMA players. But we do have Chaos trying to go in here, dumping all their resources onto the Amumu. Not the greatest target in the world. Great Beard Voten coming around from the side. We do have the Zac fighting Truffle and Gotta Get Lucky fighting Prowler. Neither side is getting very much done here. Sig trying to help. We do have the Chaos coming in as well. Manages to flash to avoid that bomb. 3-on-1 on Truffle, but Truffle's just running. He doesn't need to worry about anything else. His team is pushing for him. Everyone chase him. Keep going for it. Mordekaiser takes out the turret. He's going to go take out the inhibitor. And we might be seeing the closing moments of the game here, folks.
Yeah, so I think this is just game here. I think it's just best to talk about like what I would like to see more when you guys go into Clash. With the MSP team, it's really about watching your wards. Your ward placements are slowly lacking, is the best way I can say it. You guys are going into sort of team fights where you shouldn't be. Oh, and Rip Aphelios, but Prowler's Prowler, so... Or Mordekaiser in this case. You guys really got to make sure you put the wards down so your plays are not just half blinded in a sense, because your plays would be so much better if you had the wards set up as well.
Yeah, knew what you were getting into, for sure.
Yeah. My personal take for GMA is just being a little too greedy sometimes with like trying to you try to do too many things at once. I think the 24-minute Baron was actually doable into winning I would believe like 6-7 minutes earlier, since your lead was so strong at that point. Because it was quite close to where the Jax almost stabilized the game by himself. So that's the biggest thing that I noticed with this game here, was that MSP had a chance of getting back into the game because Jax was almost stabilizing with how hard he was split pushing, but at the same time, MSP were doing plays where it was trying to make a play where they would have like say 5 wards, but they realistically had like say 1.
Yeah, look, you can look at some of the ward stats, vision score, wards placed, wards destroyed, control wards. Support's picking up a very similar number of wards. Not as many control wards on GMA's side, though the Misfortune picked up the slack there. Ace with the mid and ADC picking up a lot of control wards, whereas the Zillion was mostly the control ward guy for MSP.
Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more control wards off Kadazzle as well. Everyone picking up control wards is good, especially if you're mid lane, because your whole point of mid lane is giving a priority to another lane. You want to stop your lane or give yourself a lead in the lane and translate that to another lane as well. It's the reason why mid lane is the strongest lane at the moment, because if you're able to help your jungler ward, for example, you might give your jungle priority, which then translate to a dragon. You might give your top lane a snowballing chance because you warded top side, so you know that your jungle's on the opposite end when you go gank their lane for them, or you clear wards so their enemy top laner has to play scared. It's vice versa for the bot lane, where your bot lane has to play scared because you're not sure if it's a jungle or a mid gank coming in.
Yeah, little surprised by some of these damage numbers here. Jax not dealing that much damage to champions.
Jax was sort of put on the split push game duty the entire time, which was the case. I assumed that was the plan for MSP once it got to that point where it's like, shit, oh well, I don't know what Jax can do in a team fight, so just put him on a split push duty and hope he can take as many turrets as he can. You didn't really see him in that many fights, which is also indicative of the lack of wards you saw as well. Jack's not being able to sort of help out in team fights later on. So also Jack's being caught out in a sense, not in the sense that he's caught out by their enemies being ganked, but his team being ganked, and Jack sort of just sat in the top side or bottom side island where he's just taking a turret out and his team is all dying around him. He's like, well, I'm doing the best I can.
All right. Well, that was our two scrim matches that we had for you today. Getting a lot of advice coming out of Token for both of these teams. Hope you guys take it to heart, because if you don't, Token will be very sad with you. And we'll probably shout in your ear about wards again.
Eh, it's just the support in me that just wants more people to pick up wards. It's something that I think a lot of people slowly lack. Vision is key in this game, especially the way jungle is made now. So the more vision you have, the easier it is for you to basically destroy an enemy team.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's always the one of the first lectures you get when you're looking at MOBAs or RTS games. It's I'm going to cover up the entire screen with my hands, and you can use a ward to see some of it. That same sort of logic applies, and something to keep your in mind. Well, if that's all you've got, Token, that's all I've got.
Yep.
All right. Sounds great. Congratulations to GMA for winning the 2-0. Hope you all enjoyed the cast, and hopefully we'll do more of these in the future. Y'all have a good night.